Good grief. It's been a long day. We're going to be going away from Ecamm and moving into the browser. I'm going to try the browser again. Riverside FM we've used before, but that was early days, and that was also when Riverside had a pretty good product. But if you didn't have double-ended recording, I think is what they call it in the industry, which means that Tom's internet is fast enough to keep up with the thing. But the cool part about FM is that it caches, say, Tom's quality to him and does the same on my side. But my internet is much quicker. Um, and up until recently, well, actually, Tom was able to upgrade his internet too because he had very slow internet initially starting out doing this so many years ago. But now he's got pretty good internet, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I also kind of like the simplicity of this, where I don't have to. I've had to fight Ecamm, and all of those things are all finicky. OBS is finicky. Um, the one when I was using Windows, that one was finicky. Um, they're just really not great. They're just not great to deal with. Most of the time, they're fine, but oh man, I mean, if you had a dedicated, I think this is where the difference is. If you have a dedicated machine, a studio, a real one, and you have that set up exactly like that, as it dialed in, nobody touches it. You only use it for work, for production work or video work or whatever the audio video nerds do. That would probably make sense and is great. But I use my machine every day. That's why I simplified my mic. I used to have an arm that would come out here. That's all nice and good, but when you have to do, real work and be in a meeting, I don't want to have that come out in the front and be a nuisance to me. But with that being said, I understand there are trade-offs with that. So ECAM, you have much more fine grained control over your however you want to look at you. Sky's the limit for the imagination. But when it comes to I like how this has got a counter. Oh, that's just my connections. Okay, I'm just getting used to all the dials and controls and buttons and whatnot. Um, so I totally get that finer control. But man, when we do this every week in and week out, and sometimes we'll take a break here or there, or I'll get sick, or Tom gets sick, or we just got life going on. Life and personal family work stuff always comes first before this because this is just a fun thing to do. We always want to keep it fun. I do had a purpose for this, so I like this Riverside. We'll see what it is. I'm gonna go back and look in after the fact and watch the video and see if there's any crappiness. There's a little bit of feedback here on my end with my thing. I don't know what that's about, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. And I think I could easily correct it by having headphones, which isn't a big deal, not really. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and then see what that looks like all together. Um, for the most part, I think audio, video. Okay, recording. Not to the recording. Oh, this is the video resolution on channel view. So this is the cool part, I suppose. All settings. All right. Well, all right. I just found another sub menu and almost got lost. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully to the right one. Yeah, that's the guy. So this is cool. Now, unfortunately, for whatever reason, I can't see it in the browser, which is no big deal. That's not really, I don't really care about that. I'm also using my stupid black and white filter thing. Um, and I think this is only going on 720p, so it doesn't really matter too much. But this is our website, the first, the last, the Nerdom. Hopefully that shows the entire screen there. Just trying out Safari for this, for getting it up to speed and whatnot. Okay, that's what that looks like. Scrolling through that, blah 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 blah. Looks pretty cool. And of course, our beloved channel. Yeah, okay, I can bring this out a little bit. Oh, okay, cool. Well, we'll definitely see what that looks like, and then we'll just do perplexity. Oh, you know what? Let's try this. Oh, we'll see what AI says about me and Tom. I was gonna say Mike and Tom, ML and Tom, based on the channel. You know what? You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna test out the teleprompter part of this. So I wonder what that script teleprompter. Uh-oh. The channel provides episode-based reviews of geek culture staples, often digging into the history, context of ongoing works of key works. Fuck that up. Ringu, The Ring, breakdowns of anime, cult, sci-fi series, reactions to the ongoing industry changes like AI generated art. Goddamn, I don't know. Gonna have to. Uh, oh man, I'm gonna have to get better. That's a horrible skill. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Boom. Restart. All right, this is gonna go really quick. Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of the Marvelous Muffin Mishaps. Today we have a very special guest, Sir Reginald the Talking Cactus. Wow, that's fast. I cannot read that. That is crazy fast. Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of the Most Marvelous Muffin Mishaps. Today we have a very special guest, Sir Reginald the Talking Cactus. Sir Reginald, how are you feeling this fine, slightly windy afternoon? Wow, that's prickly wisdom. Up next, we'll attempt to juggle three rubber chickens while reciting the alphabet backward. Spoiler alert, I only know the alphabet forward. So sit tight, hold on to your hats, and remember never trust the muffin that blinks. This has been the Muffin Mishap Minute. Tune in next time when we learn how to politely decline an invitation to a cheese rolling contest in rural Outer Mongolia. Stay silly, my friends. All right, some bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. That's funny. All right, that's kind of cool. Oh, we can, what the fuck I'm talking about because you can't see it. Script. Huh. Look at that. That is funny. That's cool. Okay, it puts it up in a top third. All right. So this also said something about. I don't need the script anymore. This said something about lower thirds. Raise my hand. Mm, I wonder what it sounds like over there. I just changed the sound input to be the main speaker. Huh? What? Okay, you can kind of hear it a little bit. All right, mark clip. Oh, that's interesting. So if I mark that 10, 10. Okay, we're at 10 minutes. Mark another clip. Okay, cool. I am just looking here at this. Okay, so this would be where I could. Oh, this is the. With the media brand. So we get the background taken care of. Overlay. Huh. Really? I guess that's the same thing as my background. I kind of cheated. Hmm. Well, that means I could just put it on the thing. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right. I guess I solved the problem with the thing. I just wanted me and Tom's stuff to be very, very simple. Very simple. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to stop. Oh, I guess I'm in this layout. We'll go here. Not available sharing. Okay, I'm not sharing anymore. Someone else is currently sharing. No one is sharing. Oh, that's because of that ding dong thing. Okay, well, how do I get rid of it? Interesting. All right, I'm just screwing around with this. That, me. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's how it does it like that. All right, there's that. Not much going on there. Not much going on there. This is kind of cool. These are neat-ish. All right, I'm going to go ahead and kill it here, and we'll see what the AI clips and all that other stuff looks like on the other end.